Hi there, manifestors. Happy Tuesday. I am Gabi, a certified neurolinguistic master practitioner, an EFT coach, and a law of assumption coach. And I am your guide on your own manifestation journey, where you and I dive deep into the law of assumption and how it can transform your life. So I'm here to help and guide you. If you need help, you can book coaching with me. My coaching is currently 50% off for the month of February for my birthday month. So go ahead and jump on that, okay? Also, we have a free course on how to get rid of your blocks. You can find that in the description box below. And if you are looking for love or you want to snag your SP by Valentine's Day, go ahead and check out my Limitless Love SP meditation. It is also on sale right now, and my clients have been having amazing success with that meditation. We've had everything from clients that have had brand new SPs come into their life to clients that have had SP reunions and so much more. So check that out. Okay, so today's video. I want to talk to you about exactly what it means to be the version of you who already has your desire. Okay, this is a client success story, but I want to give you some of the foundational manifesting 101 blocks as far as building blocks, not blocks that you may have that you would need in order to understand this. So, when we say to you, be the version of you who already has your desire, or who are you being? What we are basically saying to you is, are you thinking from the version of you who already has your desire? And I will tell you, most oftentimes, the short answer is no, you're not. This often looks like when you're thinking about your manifestation not being here in the 3D. Well, you are not thinking then about the version of you who already has your desire. You are thinking from the version of you who is in your current reality, your current 3D, the version who has lack, right? Also, when you are thinking about, oh, I haven't heard from my SP, I have no contact, or the money isn't here yet, or I haven't heard about the house closing, or I'm not sure about the job offer. I haven't heard anything about the job offer. Those are all examples and evidence that you are not thinking from the version of you who has your desire. Okay. So the version of you who has your desire has a different thought process, almost like a different perspective that they have when they are thinking about their life and their desires. When you are in a relationship, you are not thinking about what it would be like to be in a relationship. You are thinking about, gosh, like I am so excited to have dinner tonight with my SP, or it's been such a crazy day at work and I just love that I get to come home and just vent about it and talk about it with somebody who's supportive and understands. You're thinking about, I feel really great that my SP is so communicative with me that every time I am stressed or our schedules change, that there is communication, that it's open and clear, and that I know about shift changes ahead of time, that he's considerate of me or she's considerate of me in communicating schedules and things like that. That's what you're thinking. You're not thinking as if it were a future tense. You're thinking of it now. Okay. And I know that this can be difficult, especially if you are facing the 3D. And if you have, for instance, like your SP in the 3D, or you're unemployed in the 3D, or you're struggling with paying bills in the 3D, oftentimes you get caught up in that 3D moment. And you are living a human experience. So you have you really do. You have every right, and you should experience the human moments, experience the human feelings. But it's really important for you to focus on your thoughts and get back on track and move yourself into being the version of you who has your desire. So I want to give you an example and some client success about how to do this and why you do this. Okay. So I've been working with a client for a couple of months now. When we first started working together, she has an SP that she has history with. They've never really been in a committed relationship. They dated, never really in a committed relationship. And it was always very physical. There was not a lot of an emotional piece there. The SP came in hot and cold for quite a while. And on top of that, the communication was hot and cold. There was never an inkling from the SP that they wanted commitment. The SP prioritized the friend group, prioritized work, prioritized relationships with family members. Family member relationships were toxic for the SP, so there was that as well. And in working with my client, we really started focusing, like if you've worked with me before and with all my clients, we start focusing on creating your new story and then moving you into that new story by prompting you to ask yourself, who am I being? Am I being the version of me who has my desire? Or am I not? And what would the version of me who has my desire be thinking? And then telling yourself that new story. So we started working on that. And she has, over the last probably 2 months or so, had some consistency and some major movement since we started working together. About 2 weeks ago, the movement paused. But prior to that, she was having consistent communication. She was having SP coming in, them dating, SP talking about taking her on a trip, SP showing up very much in a committal state, not necessarily with the words, but presenting himself that way, being very supportive of her emotionally, checking in with her consistently. And so about 2 weeks ago, she started telling herself, well, he hasn't conformed. I'm still not getting communication, etc. So we talked about this, and we talked about how when you do that, you are, again, the sneaky thoughts in the 3D when it comes and, says to you like, hey, it's still not here yet. That is what was happening. She was stepping back into the version of her that did not have her desire. So we started working on, okay, let's remember, we have to go back into the version that has it, back into the version that has it. And she had an aha moment. She realized in one moment where she hadn't heard from her SP for a couple of days and she was kind of starting to spiral, she realized that you have to react from the version of you that has your desire. And her aha moment was, if I had my desire and I had communication and I was in a committed relationship with my SP, I would not be thinking, why hasn't he called? Why haven't I heard from him? He's not ready. He hasn't conformed. Instead, I would be thinking about, I love that I get to spend a few moments taking this walk by myself, but also that I am always hearing from him. I am so grateful and so thankful that he's always checking in on me. And guess what? In the time that it took for her to spiral and start that 45-minute walk to the time it took for her to get back to her place, she received a text from her SP checking in on her. So she realized not only do you have to think consistently from the version of you that has your desire, but that's how you react. So when you hear people say you have to be the version of you, you don't have to, quote, act as if. You don't have to set another place setting at the dinner table. You don't have to clean out your closet. If you want to do those things, you totally can. But you should be thinking from the perspective of the version of you who has your desire, which also means reacting from the version of you who already has your desire. I'm going to give another example. When you are faced with the 3D and it is really, really, really feeling difficult, you have the choice, and this is where your power comes in. You have the choice to choose what you are going to make that mean. So for instance, she has had right now a couple of weeks where she hasn't had much communication at all from her SP. And we talked about that. And we talked about how, what are you making that mean for you? Are you making that mean that the very last time that you saw each other was so good and he got scared? Or are you making it mean that he's just trying to work it all out so that he can work everything out in his life and kind of get everything set aside and taking care of how it needs to be in order to have a committed relationship? Are you making it mean that he's spending that time planning that trip for you and he's going to surprise you? What are you making that mean? Are you making it mean that you're rejected? Are you making it mean that you're not chosen? Are you making it mean that you're not prioritized? Are you making it mean he's not conformed? So we went through all of those and we realized in our coaching session that those were all things that she was making it mean. And so we told ourselves a new story. We had her tell herself a new story. she now is making it mean that it's all working out for her. So when you hear me say the best intention that you can have is everything is part of my bridge and everything is working out for me, it's because you can use that to make everything mean that you're getting exactly what you want. And that is also coming from the thoughts of the version of you who already has your desire. Because the version of you who already has your desire doesn't even have in their awareness 2 weeks of no contact. They have in their awareness that, hey, everything's working out for me. It's fine. It's totally fine. I don't have to worry about anything. It's all working out for me. So, my beautiful creators, that is how you do it. If you like this video and you're interested in the topic, go ahead and like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Tell me, what are you thinking? Are you thinking from the perspective of you who already has your desire, or are you not? And if you're not, book a coaching session. We'll get you there. Bye.